Welcome back to Superior Sunrise. Now joining me is Jason Barber, manager of our Superior Production Division. Jason, thanks for being here. Okay, it's few and far in between when we can get you on Sunrise because you're always gone and busy. I'm sure last night you were busy taking your boys out trick-or-treating.
We went to Lido, went and trick-or-treated, which is a nice break between bull sales.
Yeah.
So we've had a lot of them lately.
Yeah, you've definitely had a lot of them. But before we go into all the bull sales and the ones we've had that have been really successful and the ones we have coming up, I want to talk to you about something kind of important that's coming up for you all, your family. The sales coming up, and then your parents did receive a special award, so tell us about that.
That's right. Well, spent this last weekend in Kansas City, so actually missed a couple bull sales, but we were up there at the American Royal for a good purpose. They were actually inducted into the American Hereford Association Hall of Fame, so great honor and really great to see them get recognized for a lifetime of achievement in the Hereford breed.
Most definitely. You guys are really well known not only in the Hereford breed though, but in the cattle business and the livestock industry as a whole, because not only what your parents have done, but you guys have done as a family, and I think that shows through your genetics, your Hereford genetics. And so tell us about the sale that you have coming up.
Well, our next sale coming up is actually our annual bull sale. It's Wednesday, November 14th in San Saba, Texas. We'll offer 100 plus horn and polled Hereford bulls, and they're really the best genetics we offer. There'll be a bunch of embryo transfer calves, but a lot of naturals as well. But really, our genetics have been pretty fresh throughout the industry lately, and in a lot of pedigrees. And here's a chance to come get them, direct from the source.
You know, for me, I see them on the show side of things because I always hear your guys' last name or the Barber genetics being called out when, it's first place, grand champion, reserve grand champion. I hear that also. On that side of things, I can attest to the genetics being obviously tremendous because you're always getting those purple ribbons.
Thanks. We've been fortunate that our genetics, they work for the commercial cattlemen, but they also play pretty hard in the seed stock industry. And while we're at Kansas City this last weekend, we're fortunate because we also had the champion bull up there. So,
See what I'm talking about?
Exactly.
Yeah. Switching gears a little bit, let's talk about some of the production sales we've had. You've been full force going, I know. It already seems like you're preparing for spring, but we're still wrapping up fall. Had a lot of sales we had for this past Saturday, some tremendous offerings.
There really have been, the bull sales have been strong. They've kind of been in line with the feeder calf market. Pretty good. Some are definitely better than others. And it's been a little bit spotty, but for the most part, they're good. And the customers we do business with, they're the top genetics for the most part. And I get to see a lot of it firsthand because in the fall, it seems like a lot more of our sales are concentrated here in the South, especially, in October, November. So I had a great time running through and seeing all that stuff, and we're about to wrap it up a little bit.
Charlie and I always like to talk about how important genetics are when we kick off Sunrise. I know people at home who watch regularly, they're probably like, they always talk about genetics, but from your point of view, tell us really the difference it plays when you're going to buy these calves. I mean, the better the genetics, the more money they bring.
They do. I was really happy to see a neighbor of ours, H Ranch at Channing, Texas, on the last SLA sale, uses Barber Hereford bulls and Express Ranch bulls, and their calves weighed 775, and they topped the market at $1.68.5. And to see our ranch logo on there, I know helped sell those cattle. And then we've got people that buy our calves that I was able to call and helped out as well. But definitely the genetics and seeing the seed stock producers logo on screen help sell those cattle.
Yeah, well, genetics is a big deal. I mean, this is what this show, we've been talking about it a lot lately, but I mean, you can attest to that, not from your family's ranch only, but just being a part of the Superior production side of things and really running that and spearheading it. Well, I want to thank you for taking the time to visit with us this morning, Jason. Like I said, I know you're very busy, but thanks again for being on. When we come back, another special guest. Don't go anywhere.